One of the most difficult aspects to explain through natural phenomena emerges naturally from the stimulated emission process. The signal's frequency being slightly offset from the exact hydrogen line could be explained by the relative motion of the cloud. The perfect 72-second duration matches what would be expected from a fixed-point source as Earth rotated. And the one-time appearance makes sense given the rare alignment required. If correct, this hypothesis would mean astronomers had recorded the first known instance of an astronomical maser flare in the hydrogen line. Masers had been observed in other molecules in space, particularly water and hydroxyl, but never before in atomic hydrogen at the 1420 MHz frequency with such narrowband characteristics. The implications extend beyond explaining the wow signal. If hydrogen clouds can occasionally produce strong, narrowband emissions at near the hydrogen line frequency, this creates a new source of potential false positives in SETI searches. The very frequency range that SETI researchers have focused on as the most logical choice for extraterrestrial communications might occasionally be filled with natural signals that mimic artificial transmissions. This doesn't invalidate the logic of searching near the hydrogen line for alien signals. It reinforces why both natural and artificial sources might choose this frequency. It represents a fundamental physical constant of the universe. But it suggests that SETI researchers need more sophisticated criteria to distinguish between natural maser events and potential artificial signals. The 2024 research has opened a new era of investigation but hasn't definitively proven this explanation. Critics have noted that the model needs more detailed physics to demonstrate exactly how a hydrogen cloud could produce such an intensely narrowband emission. Others question whether the energetics would work, whether a typical star could provide sufficient excitation to create a maser of the required strength. Some SETI researchers express a bittersweet reaction to this potential natural explanation. While scientific progress demands following the evidence, many had hoped the wow signal might represent actual extraterrestrial contact. Finding a natural explanation removes some of the wonder that has surrounded this signal for nearly 5 decades. Others note that even if the wow signal is explained as a natural hydrogen maser, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence remains compelling. The fundamental questions that drive SETI, are we alone? Do other technological civilizations exist? Remain unanswered. The hydrogen maser theory simply removes one candidate signal while improving our ability to distinguish natural phenomena from artificial ones in future searches. Whether explained by natural phenomena or not, the wow signal's impact on our search for extraterrestrial intelligence remains profound. It transformed SETI from a fringe interest into a legitimate scientific endeavor with dedicated instruments and research programs. It established protocols for signal verification that continue to guide modern SETI efforts. And perhaps most importantly, it demonstrated that the search for extraterrestrial intelligence involves concrete observations and testable hypotheses. Why we keep looking. The hallmarks of true science. Why does a single 72-second signal from 1977 still drive our cosmic quest? Since the wow signal's discovery, astronomers have conducted dozens of dedicated follow-up observations targeting the same region of sky. These efforts began immediately after the initial detection, with Ohio State researchers reprogramming the Big Ear telescope to repeatedly scan the Sagittarius coordinates where the signal originated. The pursuit quickly expanded beyond Ohio State. Multiple world-class observatories joined the chase: the Very Large Array in New Mexico, the Green Bank Telescope in West Virginia, the Allen Telescope Array in California, and the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico before its 2020 collapse. Each brought increasingly sensitive technology to bear on the mysterious coordinates. Amateur astronomers also mobilized, coordinating worldwide campaigns that target the region each August on the signal's anniversary. This cosmic hunt resembles chasing a ghost. The signal haunts astronomy with its tantalizing possibility while remaining frustratingly elusive. Despite thousands of hours of observation using equipment far more advanced than what existed in 1977, the signal has never reappeared. This absence of repetition constitutes one of the most puzzling aspects of the wow mystery. If it originated from an extraterrestrial civilization, why hasn't it returned during follow-up observations? If it resulted from a natural phenomenon, why haven't similar events been detected in the same region? Scientists have proposed several explanations for this non-repetition. Perhaps it represented a one-time transmission rather than a continuous beacon, a cosmic hello, not meant for repetition. The transmission might use a rotating beam that only occasionally points toward Earth, with subsequent observations missing these brief windows. The originating civilization might broadcast intermittently to conserve energy, or Earth may have simply intercepted a signal intended for another star system. Alternatively, the signal might continue but has changed in ways that make it undetectable with current methods. The transmitter could have shifted frequencies, altered its pattern, or changed location. Interstellar medium variations might affect signal propagation differently at different times, rendering a continuing transmission undetectable during follow-ups. Despite the lack of confirmation, the WOW signal has profoundly influenced SETI research. Before 1977, SETI efforts were limited and often viewed skeptically. The signal demonstrated that methodical searches could potentially yield results, spurring development of more sophisticated initiatives. The NASA SETI program, launched in 1992, drew motivation from the possibility that signals like the WOW might be detected with advanced equipment. When Congress canceled NASA SETI funding a year later, private initiatives emerged. The SETI Institute's Project Phoenix, SETI at Home Distributed Computing Project, and Breakthrough Listen all trace their inspiration partially to the tantalizing possibility represented by the WOW signal. The emotional commitment of researchers to this mystery remains remarkable. Scientists have dedicated entire careers to examining this 72-second anomaly, driven by the fundamental question of whether we are alone. Modern technology has reinvigorated this quest, creating systems that would seem like science fiction in 1977. The Square Kilometre Array, under construction across Australia and South Africa, will monitor millions of frequency channels simultaneously across the entire visible sky. Search methodology has evolved substantially based on lessons from the WOW signal. Modern systems implement immediate follow-up protocols when candidate signals appear, triggering automatic re-observations within minutes rather than days to catch repeat transmissions. Many radio telescopes now use multiple receivers observing the same target simultaneously across different frequency ranges, allowing instant verification. This evolution addresses a primary limitation in the WOW investigation: the lack of immediate follow-up capability. Had the Big Ear telescope been able to automatically reorient when the signal appeared, we might have gathered critical additional data that could have resolved its origin. Within the scientific community, opinions remain divided on whether the WOW signal represents genuine extraterrestrial contact. Some researchers, including Jerry Emin himself, maintain that extraterrestrial origin remains plausible given the signal's characteristics. Others believe an unknown natural phenomenon is more likely, following the principle that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. A confirmed detection of extraterrestrial intelligence would extend far beyond astronomy into philosophy, religion, sociology, and potentially every aspect of human thought. It would answer one of humanity's oldest questions while raising countless new ones. Who are they? How advanced are they? What do they want? Should we respond? Regardless of whether the WOW signal originated from extraterrestrial intelligence, a natural hydrogen maser, or another phenomenon, its legacy is secure. It transformed SETI from a fringe interest into a mainstream astronomical research area with dedicated instruments and methodologies. The signal demonstrated that the search could be conducted with scientific rigor, generating testable hypotheses rather than mere speculation. The WOW signal serves as a reminder of how much we still have to learn. After 47 years of investigation by hundreds of scientists using increasingly powerful instruments, we still cannot definitively explain those 72 seconds of unusual radio waves. This humility in the face of cosmic mystery drives scientific progress, pushing us to develop better theories, build more sensitive instruments, and continue asking fundamental questions about our place in the universe. As we stand at this cosmic crossroads, the WOW signal reminds us of both the possibility and challenge of confirming we are not alone. The universe is vast, and our search has barely begun. The quest continues, driven by the same curiosity that made Jerry Emin write "Wow" on a computer printout on a summer day in 1977. The human element, why we need to believe. What does our fascination with the WOW signal reveal about humanity itself? While astronomers debate hydrogen masers and frequency analyses, something more fundamental is happening in how the public has embraced this 72-second radio burst. The WOW signal has transcended its scientific origins to become a cultural touchstone, a symbol that represents our collective hope that we are not alone in the universe. The signal has permeated popular culture extensively. It appears in television shows like The X-Files and The Big Bang Theory, features in novels, comic books, and video games. Musicians have composed experimental electronic works translating the 6EQUJ5 sequence into sound patterns. A craft brewery created a wow signal beer with the recipe encoded in binary on the label. This cultural penetration is remarkable considering it stems from 6 characters on a computer printout from 1977. The wow signal stands apart from other SETI candidates. Similar signals have emerged over decades. The radio source SHGB02+14A, discovered by SETI at home in 2003, fast radio bursts, detected in 2007, and the BLC-1 signal from Proxima Centauri identified in 2020. Yet none has captured public imagination with such enduring power. Timing contributed significantly to its impact. The signal appeared months after Close Encounters of the Third Kind's release and during Star Wars development, amid a renaissance in science fiction that prepared the public for potential alien contact. The Cold War backdrop made the prospect of cosmic intelligence particularly appealing as an alternative to earthly conflicts. The name itself amplifies the signal's resonance. Wow conveys immediate emotional impact rather than clinical designation. Jerry Emmons' spontaneous margin note personalized the discovery, transforming data into story. The signal occupies a unique position between scientific credibility and mystery. The wow signal sits in a Goldilocks zone for public interest, explains Dr. Margaret Whitecamp, curator of space history at the Smithsonian's National Air and Space Museum. It's credible enough for mainstream science but mysterious enough to sustain decades of speculation. Psychologists suggest our fascination with this cosmic invitation stems from deep human needs. We seek confirmation that we're not alone, both literally in finding other civilizations and existentially in finding meaning beyond Earth. Potential extraterrestrial contact offers cosmic validation. If other intelligences exist and find us noteworthy, perhaps our existence has significance beyond our own. Assessment. Dr. Albert Harrison, who studied societal implications of astronomical discoveries, observed that potential alien signals address what he called cosmic loneliness, our sense of isolation in an apparently empty universe. The wow signal, with its tantalizing characteristics, serves as a vessel for our hopes that someone else is reaching out. Anthropologists note that nearly every human society has developed myths about non-human intelligences, from angels and demons to spirits and gods. These cultural frameworks provide cognitive templates for conceptualizing extraterrestrial beings. The wow signal, without imposing specific alien characteristics, allows individuals to interpret it through their cultural lenses. The signal's unresolved nature creates engagement through what cognitive scientists call ambiguity tolerance. For many, this mystery generates more sustained interest than a definitive explanation would. The ongoing questions allow continuous speculation in ways that a final answer might actually diminish. Dr. Jill Tarter, former director of the SETI Institute and inspiration for Ellie Arroway in Contact, observes this deeper connection. When people learn about SETI, they're interested in what it would mean for humanity if we found we're not alone. Her work emphasizes how the search itself reflects profound human questions about our cosmic significance. The signal serves as a mirror for how we view ourselves. Optimists see it as evidence that technological civilizations might survive their development without self-destruction. Religious thinkers find compatibility with their understanding of creation, while others view it through lenses of technological progression or cosmic community. Our relationship with the wow signal reveals our complicated stance towards scientific authority. Many embrace the mystery because expert consensus remains divided. In an era of fluctuating institutional trust, unresolved scientific questions create a democratic intellectual space where amateur theories coexist with expert analyses. Surveys show most people believe confirmed alien contact would be among history's most significant discoveries, potentially triggering social and philosophical transformations. Yet paradoxically, these same respondents don't believe such a discovery would significantly change their daily lives or personal beliefs. This contradiction highlights how the signal reflects our deepest hopes about our cosmic place. We want confirmation we're not alone while maintaining our sense of human uniqueness. The signal allows contemplation of contact without requiring us to fully confront its transformative implications. Dr. Stephen Dick, former NASA chief historian, argues that confirmed contact would constitute a Copernican revolution in our worldview. The wow signal allows us to rehearse this possibility from a safe distance, considering implications without immediate cultural shock. Perhaps the signal's greatest contribution is how it democratized cosmic questions. Before 1977, contemplating extraterrestrial intelligence remained largely confined to scientific institutions and science fiction. The WOW signal brought these questions into news programs, classrooms, and dinner conversations, making SETI tangible to millions. As we conclude our investigation, we see that beyond scientific implications, the WOW signal transformed how we collectively imagine our cosmic future. Whether eventually explained as hydrogen masers, alien transmissions, or something yet unconsidered, those 6 characters, 6EQUJ5, and Jerry Emmons' handwritten WOW have earned a permanent place in humanity's conversation about our place among the stars. After 47 years, the WOW signal remains a cosmic question mark. Neither definitively explained nor dismissed, it stands as a reminder of how much we still don't understand about our universe. The hydrogen maser theory and extraterrestrial possibility create a tension that drives scientific progress forward. Those 72 seconds in 1977 transformed SETI from fringe science to mainstream astronomy, pushing researchers to develop better detection methods and rigorous analysis techniques. The signal's greatest legacy lies in how it inspires us to keep listening, creating a moment when scientific dedication meets cosmic mystery. We continue watching the stars, waiting for the next time someone might circle